why? Like, firstly, is like obviously me and Catch were rapping. Like, bro, you're an American and you support Chelsea. Like, and I know this can't be a Ted Bowley thing. So, like, how did that even come about? Like,
Yo, I yo, this go back, this gonna age me. Some of y'all gonna be like, what? My introduction to football really was like as a kid. Like, I don't know if y'all know back in the days, in the 70s. Don't get it. I'm not from the 70s. It's my pops. When my pops came to America, that's when America started their first league. And they had the Cosmos, the New
yeah,
York
yeah, yeah.
Cosmos. It was
Remember
like
the New York
Pele.
Cosmos? Yeah.
It was like every top player that was just retiring,
Mm-hmm.
Pele on their money, they came there and played there. So that my dad used to always tell me stories of the Cosmos. Oh, the Cosmos, they was fun. I used to be like, yo, I don't care. Because NFL, NBA was my thing, baseball, you know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
The 94 World Cup was in America. And like it changed everything. You know what I mean? The advertisement, it was everywhere. It was everywhere. So I'm
Mm-hmm.
like, what's this? Like, okay, now I mean, let me check it out a little bit. The just the crowd alone was different from every other sport that I saw. It was madness. Like it was like, yo, what's this? And then they came out with FIFA 94 for the
Mad
Sega
thing.
Genesis.
Yeah, I remember.
And
Mad.
I went to the video store and I'm like, let me just rent this and see what, like, I don't know how to play. Well, when I'm younger, I'm like 13, 14, and I just know it as soccer. I don't know how to play, but let me see what this hitting for. Brother, I got that game. This shit was just exciting. And I'm like, yo, I like this. I like this. And at the time, of course, the top team was Brazil. So I was just picking the best team, playing with Brazil, playing with Brazil. So over those next few years, I was playing the FIFA, and then 98 rolled around. I was ready. It's my first World Cup. I'm locked in. I'm a Brazil fan. Ronaldo is the man. I'm R9 to the. That's all I knew was R9. I couldn't care about anybody else. That's all I knew. R9 and goals. I didn't even fully understand the game fully, like the
But you
importance
knew, but you
the
knew R9
other
was the
players.
guy, and you knew it's about goals.
R9 was the guy. I like. Remember, I'm coming from basketball and American football. The people who score the points are the most important. You feel what I'm saying? So it was like R9. I was all R9, R9, R9. And then R9 moved to Real Madrid. So it was naturally like wherever he played, that was somebody asked me, yo, you got a soccer team? Wherever he played, that's why I said my team was Brazil. I was always, I like Brazil. People would be my friends from the Caribbean who was actually born in the Caribbean used to be like, yo, Brazil is not a club. I used to be like, what? I don't give a fuck. Brazil could beat Liverpool. They'd be like, yo, that can't happen. I'd be like, what you mean? I was like, can Liverpool beat Brazil? They was like, no. Then I was like, I don't know what we talking about here. They were trying to explain, like, nah, it's club ball. I'm like, I don't want to hear that. Brazil the king there, dog.
So how did you why Chelsea though? Like why Chelsea?
I'm getting into it. Let me tell you how it happened. So R9 then went to Real Madrid. Remember? R9 went to Real Madrid. Galacticos. Galacticos used to come on the Spanish channel. Like the Spanish channel where I'm from, they would play Real Madrid games. After the game was over, they would play it on repeat. It used to be in Spanish, so I should sit there and just watch it. I didn't watch nothing. Just got my nines on R9. Give him the ball. Give him the ball. Give him the ball. I didn't realize that team was full of stars, bro. I didn't know who these other dudes. Give R9 the ball. What are you doing? I'm losing my mind. So my brethren set me down. Was like, yo, I need you to understand who you're playing with. You know what I mean? I'm like, all right, who's the? Then he was just breaking down who everybody was. And I'm like, well, I knew the bigger names for World Cup, the Zidanes and all those names, but he was breaking down. He was like, yo, you see this dude right here? This is the most important player on the pitch. And I'm like, who? He like this little. I'm like, this little motherfucker right here. He don't do anything. He don't even cross the halfway line sometimes. He was like, yo, watch when he crossed the halfway line. So I'm not even gonna tell you who I'm watching. I'm locking in, and I'm realizing this motherfucker is in 5 places at one time.
Okay, before you say who it is, let us try and guess. After you explain, don't say his name, but we'll try and guess who you're talking about.
He's explaining like because of this player here, all of these dudes you see in front, none of them have to run back and play defense. And I used to be like, okay, let me really pay attention and watch the game. Real Madrid, bro. And I'm watching one man lock the entire back of the half. The back line didn't even have to work. One man. See if you can figure out who it is.
It has to be N'Golo.
No. N'Golo.
Makelele.
Makelele.
Yeah,
Claude Makelele, bro.
yeah.
Yo, my brother was like, yo, this dude is so good. The position he played is named after him. That's I'm like, what you mean? He like the Makelele role. He was like, so I became a Makelele fanatic. Every game now, I'm like, yo, why they don't put the camera on the defense? I need to watch Makelele. So my brother used to have tapes, VCR tapes of like videos of the best players. And they were never in English. They were always from like Holland and Italy and that shit, because America didn't make these type of tapes. And I found one and Makelele was on it. And they had like a 5-minute, 7-minute segment on Makelele. I used to just sit there and watch that shit. Rewind it. And so I started to understand how important he was. Bro, the minute I started falling in love with Makelele, they got rid of him, bro.
Yeah,
Yeah. I'm like, hold on, what team he going to? They like he going to England. I'm like, cool. I don't even have a team in England. I hate Arsenal. I hate Liverpool.
But why are you hating the man?
Yeah, before you even knew.
I don't understand
because
that.
all my friends were those teams. Remember, I still had Champions League, and I was following R9. He was playing for Real Madrid. I wasn't a Real Madrid supporter. So anywhere R9 was at, that's who I wanted to win. And of course, they never won the champs. And everybody was clowning. Yo, look at that, all the money spent. Galacticos team, they can't win. But when Makelele went to Chelsea, I said, all right, I'm about to start. The Prem used to play on Fox. It was a Fox channel. So Makelele went to Chelsea. And I think the year before is when they got Jose. If I'm trying to remember. I'm old as fuck now. And then Makelele went there, right? And I remember Jose because I remember the bravado, the interviews. So I'm like, okay. And then I just started following.
After that, it was a wrap. It was a wrap.
Because I'm a like in America, right? Kids nowadays are different. In America, you don't when you pick a team, you don't switch teams. Like kids nowadays, they follow a player. So I was reverse with it. I was following R9 because of basically Brazil. I didn't have a team. So when I went to Chelsea, like I was invested now because I was completely invested in Makelele. This was fresh, clean slate. Nobody couldn't tell me, oh, you following Real Madrid because I'm like, yo, I'm a Chelsea fan because of Mac. I used to say it because of Makelele. People are like, oh, y'all only got one. If your team is weak, you got no history. I used to say, good, perfect. I reached just in time. So you can't say I'm hunting no glory. So then
he's already said it.
The team wasn't even good. It wasn't no glory to hunt. Chelsea didn't have no fucking history.
Yeah, at the time, yeah. Before Abramovich, there weren't really nothing.
There was no history. No, but Abramovich, he was there when I came there, but they had no history. They had like some FA Cup. Trust me, when I was picking Chelsea, all my friends was like, yo, that's one of the worst teams you could pick. Yo, pick Liverpool. And that's why all my friends and family know I ain't glory hunt. Because they were all telling me I'm picking the wrong team. Yo, if I was smart, I would have picked Arsenal. Literally.
Hey, wait. Say that. Hey, whoa. Say that again. Hey, whoa. Jimmy. Run that back again. Pause. Run that one.
If I was a glory hunter, I would have picked Arsenal. All my friends was Arsenal fans. Thierry Henry was one of the few players that I used to be like, yo, that dude is different. Because remember, I'm watching English football. That shit was sauceless, bro. And then I'm watching La Liga. I'm like, hold up.
Yeah. They had all the Ronaldinhos, all them man over there.
It was the changing of the guard. You know what I mean? But all my friends was Arsenal fans. I'm like, yo, I'm not being no Arsenal fan. Get out of here. I didn't want to be the fans of nothing they was fans of. So when Makelele went to Chelsea, bro,
I heard that,
perfect. Man. It was
That's
perfect.
mad. That's mad to know that Makelele like is the one.
Yeah, it was Makelele, man.
That's cold. That's cold. That's proper.
The first kit I ever had was a R9, and then I had a Makelele France.
Yeah, that's cold.
I had a Fred Makaleli kit. That was the first 2 kits I ever had, man. And that was it. And from then, it was just been on. Like, and you got to remember, like them times, that's when the Prem was switching over to like being the top league. So it was like I didn't know the Prem of that full Brexit ball that everybody talk about, that Barclays ball. I used to just watch it at highlights. I didn't have to sit and watch that. Like, I never sat and watched that Prem. From like the 2000s is when I really started logging in and getting, you know what I mean, logged into the Prem like that. But yeah, I chose Chelsea, man, because of Makelele, and it was like it never stopped. And then, you know, once we got Drogba, once Drogba became that guy, the star.
That guy, yeah.
And I remember when I
used to hate him.
I started the year I got a lot of my friends into football. It was World Cup year, and Ivory Coast was in civil war at the time. And I remember a lot of my friends, they were into that. They into a lot of geopolitics and all that shit. And he got them to stop the war for World Cup to watch him play. I don't know if y'all knew that. Drogba did that.
I think I remember hearing something about that.
Drogba came out and said, yo, it's World Cup. One fucking Ivory Coast. And that
we need to unite. Yeah.
And for World Cup, and all my friends was like, yo, is that how they are for this sport? I was like, what? And then I had to show them where, remember the Colombian? They killed the dude out in Colombia because he
let a goal in and that.
That shit pulled a lot of them in, and now all of them are football fanatics. But I was just pulling people in.
Yeah, that's cold, man. Because obviously, man, see your channel. I see how passionate you are. Obviously, we was on Never a Foul the other day, and I was thinking, I wonder why is Chelsea at everyone man's got an American Chelsea fan. Obviously, to be fair, big up my cousin Donny. He supports Chelsea as well. He's from America as well. But
y'all gotta know, Chelsea is humongous here.
Yeah, it is still
humongous.
It is.
What do you think? They're bigger than Arsenal, the likes of Liverpool?
No, they're bigger than Liverpool.
Man. What kind of foolishness are you asking?
No, I'm just asking a minute because obviously he knows what it's like over there. So I'm just asking him.
The top 3 would be Man U, Arsenal. Man U and Arsenal is like, and then Chelsea's right there. Like, you know what I mean?
What? Right there. No.
Right
a little bit. Move your.
Nah, right there. Right there. You ever running from somebody and they grabbing you, but you're like,
keep running.
Yeah. Like that.
Hey, but listen, there's only one place that we can start today, Jimmy. Obviously, that's a mad introduction to what you got going on and how you got into football. But modern day stuff, there's only one place that we can start today, Jimmy. You already said it. We already talking the backstage a little bit.
Yes,
it's the big news, fresh
news.
off the press. They said, come back. You see the way that Chiellini dragged back Saka? Come here. Come back here. Where you going?